Alright, turn 16, Disciples of YouTube. Hopefully nothing terrible's happened. We got an Alquill from Ulm, that's great. Unexpected events in Haloma, death and unrest, that's unfortunate. In Jahira, earth gems, and plus defense in Jahira, that's pretty cool. Walls are moderately damaged in Vanheim, still slowly working away at it. In Ablak, Ulm wiped out a heavy cavalry province. Heavy cavalry's tough, so good for them. This was the heavy cavalry that took the province back from them, I think? Or maybe... I thought they took this province. I don't remember. I'm bad at remembering things. In Ardun, a Sea Lord raiding party is attacking Ulm and won, wiping them out with no casualties. So that's right here. That's disrupting their attempts to go underwater, it looks like. And in Hexwoods, Ulm took a province away from Eriu. So they're pushing in again with a slightly larger army this time. That said... Sea Lords are very, very good at raiding. Let's see what they're casting now. So we've got Pony the Tired this time. So they're blessing themselves, of course. And then... looks like Air Shield. Interesting. So these guys are definitely scripted to go against Ulm, because they don't have to worry about missiles from me, but they do have to worry about crossbows from Ulm. And it looks like they're actually not scripted to go in and fight. They're scripted to buff the Downshi. At least for a round or two here. And then they're going to fly and attack rear. Yep, that's smart of them. So, some of the Downsea have been hit, but none of them have been killed or even given afflictions as of yet. Which is kind of to be expected. I mean, it's just arrows. And then the two ponymen there are going to fly into the back line. Yep, there they are. And attack the archers. And the archers are not going to do well, obviously. And the archers begin to rout. And it's all over but the Crine. So, in Kuhir, let's see what we hit in Kuhir. Yes, Long Dead and Ghouls. Ghouls can actually be dangerous because they have this paralyzing poison, but the fatigue, as I said before, is reduced for large targets. So, it's not that big a deal. They do make Anakites tired more quickly. But I don't think they make them tired quickly enough, considering how fast they die. And considering how easy to repel they are. See, every time this guy spawns an extra animation, he's repelling. And those ghouls are running away. These skeletons are being stabbed to death. We can look at the unit overviews here, and we can see, like, you know, repelled, 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 missed, missed, missed. There's a hit with a spear. There's a hit with a broadsword. The spears can't be repelled because they're long enough. But the ghouls just get repelled. Just get the crap repelled out of them because they have length 0 weapons, their claws. So, that was fine. No casualties there. So everything's going peachy for us. So you're going to move in there. Enosh will move in to join the party. Azrael. Let's assign one Ahiman Anakite to guard Azrael. And then Azrael will move into Eriu's territory. Or, oh, I wanted to take that. Let's take that with Eliakim here. Azrael will be taking that, and we have our first sage. We're building the giant fortress 1 turn till we get our next sage. Let's give him an owl quill here. Up here we've got Zoriel, and we'll get a Zamzumite next turn. We're also going to keep recruiting Anakites. Yeah, let's get 2 Ahiman and 2 Sheshai. Up here, we have Baal Isir, so we are going to build a lab so that we can start recruiting, like, actual troops here. Or actual mages, rather. And let's also get another commander. I've got 37 more human slaves. We'll give them all to Hintal and begin trekking to Vanheim with them. And it should be good. Should be pretty solid. I am liking what I'm seeing. Incidentally, Sibragol, we are going to give you... Oh, we don't have a lab. That's right. Can't give you anything. Oh, man. That's sad. Zuriel, the hugely expensive Rephite Sage with Adept Researcher 4. Still giving me 10 research points. Gotta love that drain 3. But it's fine. It is just fine. As soon as we hit Conjuration level 3, I think I'm probably going to go back to Enchantment. And go up to level 5 for Horde of Skeletons and Pale Riders and stuff like that. I need to start doing some actual site searching. Up till now, I have site searched exactly nothing. Like, literally nothing. Except this one province. And then I have a couple of magic sites that I found just randomly. So, yeah, that's a thing. As soon as we get Valhalla, that will kick our income up quite a bit. Zevadiah, you also come join the siege because we've filled out everything that isn't someone else's territory, and I don't want to be fighting anybody yet. Although, to be honest, if I could assassinate those Marsh Masters, that would be super, super tempting. Oh, that's super tempting, but I don't want to kick off a war with Tis right now. Not while I'm still fighting with Vanheim. I mean, like, it would just be a pain in the neck. It might honestly be strategically a good idea, but it would just be a pain in the neck. Oh yeah, that's where that event fired. Okay, well, I guess I've got 16 defense in this random worthless wasteland. It's always the random worthless wastelands. It never fires on your forts where you could really, really use it. And, yep, I think we're doing pretty solid. I'm going to recruit a Horse Tribe Chief down. I don't have the money to recruit a Horse Tribe Chief down there. Well, I'm going to stop recruiting a few human slaves so that I can recruit a Horse Tribe Chief down there. Definitely going to put a fort here. It's a garbage location for a fort. It's like, awful. But it has the Throne of the First Age on it, and I really, really want to fort that. Incidentally, which reminds me, the Throne of the First Age would be pretty cool because it increases magic, and so it would give me an extra research point on everybody. And I have no mobile Holy 3, so shit. I've got Enosh, who's pretty sweet, and I've got Lotan, who now has lightning reflexes, giving him a higher defense skill, which is oddly pertinent to his lifetime, given what he's been doing. 52 siege strength in there right now. Kick it up to 83 with these guys, and then kick that up to over 120. So yeah, we should be busting down the fort pretty soon. We've had them under siege for 3 turns now, and we're also adding 32 from Enosh. So yeah, they'll be going down. They'll be going down pretty quick. In any case, I think that's about all I have to do this turn. Got my Bone Tribe there. I'm honestly going to keep recruiting Bone Tribe Beast Hunters because they're actually pretty solid. They are undisciplined, but with the Berserk, the morale problems often don't matter, and they have a really high damage piercing attack for what it is, that is then boosted up even higher by the Berserk, plus the Javelins, and their Javelins are also pretty high damage. So, like, Bone Tribe Beast Hunters, not a bad deal. Anyway, beyond that, I don't think I have anything else to really do. I think I'm pretty much solid. Looking at Ulm. Ulm is also in pretty solid shape. Did lose that province to Eriu, of course, but he's got a reasonable number of units on all his forts and advancing here, as well as down here in Ablak. Everything seems to be going pretty okay for him. And of course for me, as my stalled expansion will be restarting here, I'm going to take that throne as well. That looks like it's another level 1 throne. Are all the thrones in this game level 1? No, not at all. Not at all. It's definitely not a level 3. It's probably not a level 2 with that low defenses. But we'll take these provinces and probably that province. We'll push up here and we'll grab that in a few turns here. Still building up more Anakites back this way. I'll probably recruit another Adon to lead them and give him a hat and a sword. Also, I do still have this this Effigy of War, which increases my perceived army size. Not terribly useful at the moment when I'm recruiting a ton of Anakites, because anybody who sees an army of 50 Anakites will instinctively just say bullshit out loud to their computer. They'll just be like, bullshit! I don't have 50 Anakites in total, and I never have. I mean, right now I've got 10 16, 22, 30, 35. I have 35 Anakites in my whole nation after 16 turns. And it's not like I've lost many. I've lost, I don't know, 2 or 3 Anakites total the whole game. 50 Anakites would just immediately trip anyone's bullshit alarm. So, not useful in that context. Really, the Effigy of War is only useful once you already have a fairly solid army, and you give somebody the Effigy of War to make it look really, really dangerous, and focus people's attention on it. And often that will be an army full of chaff, like human slaves and stuff. And you bulk out the elite units that are inside it to make it look scarier, and make people focus on it while your raiding parties go out to wreak havoc. Raiding is, of course, something that Ashdod is pretty good at, because you can deploy raiding parties of Anakites that require whole armies to defeat, which other people will have to deploy in many, many directions. But right now, we're still just focusing on Vanheim. We will take Vanheim very, very shortly here, and then we will move on to Eriu. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in turn 17. Okay, Disciples of YouTube, turn 17. Things are starting to get interesting. Well, things have been interesting for a while here. Eriu continues to raid me. In Haloma, famine, lost population. Still destroying the fort in Vanheim. Finished our fortress in Furia. Battle in Ogden, Mercs. Wiped out the Independents, no problem. Let's actually view that battle. I want to see how well the Adon does with his new fancy gear. With his 2 swords of sharpness, black steel helmet, and copper plate, he is pretty freaking fancy, not gonna lie. Okay, blessing, and so now he's now he's now he's just ridiculous. Incoming. Oh, hit me with a cold bolt, and wow, that didn't matter at all, did it? Nope. Yep, just murder. Oh, he tangle-vined my, he tangle-vinded Eliakim. So Eliakim got all those kills despite being tangle-vined. Yep, there we go. That's the murder I expect from my Anakites. Okay, battle in Scraw Point. So, continuous raiding from Eriu. Oh, nope, that's just a scout. He's bouncing a scout off the province. Ah, he's learning. He's becoming wary. I guess, he was probably attacking the province because he saw that I had 0 province defense last turn. He was trying to see if he could get a free province with a scout. Nope, sorry buddy. No free provinces for you. Oh, then weakened by that lance charge. And there you go. He can't have a whole lot of raiding parties left. I mean, as many mages as have been killed trying this. He's got some province defense here, but it's definitely not going to stop the Anakite train. The Anakite pain train is pulling into the station, and here it comes. Yep, there we go. We have seen that many, many, many times before. In Hexwoods, looks like Eriu continues to fight Ulm. He's got a couple of She-Lords, Pony the Tall and Pony the Tired, respectively. And just a tiny, tiny little bit of province defense, so this won't end well. And lots of his Downshi. I still can't pronounce that first word. And in Ene Umrul, he wiped out the Wolf Tribe with minimal casualties, and in Ligria, he was attacked by Knights. Wow, Ulm. This misfortune is really brutalizing Ulm this game. Okay, we're going to keep pumping out sages down here. Item-wise, I do have more items. I've got my first Zamzumite, Thar. 3 death. Ooh, he randomed an extra point of death. That's pretty cool. He is old, unfortunately, so every year old mages like this have a chance to get afflictions, but we're immediately going to send him out to Site Search. And for safekeeping, he can cast Raise Skeletons already, so what we're going to do is we're going to have him cast Fire Shield, and then spam out Raise Skeletons. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give him 2 Anakites to follow him around. They're going to be on Guard Commander, and so his first spell will be Blessing, and then he will start casting Raise Skeletons. And then cast spells. I can afford to spend 2 Anakites on guard duty for Zamzamites. That's not too much of a problem for me. I'd kind of like to get another Adon, but honestly, Eliakim is doing fine. Mictlan building a fort there. Not a huge fan of that. That's Amazons. That's Furbolgs. Eliakim, could you hit that province? Could you hit that province? Could you hit this province? You can't hit anything. You suck. Militia, light cavalry, and heavy cavalry. Azrael, why don't you pop up there? Like that. Go take this province away, please. Up here, we now have 156 siege strength. Moving in another 38 there. You, Bal Esir, do not demolish the fort, please. You've got a lab already. So you can search for magic sites, and up here we can start recruiting Rephite sages. You are building the giant fortress. It'll be done in 1 turn. Pud. Mr. Pud, why don't you take these slaves and start patrolling, please? And down here, I'm going to resume recruitment. I've now all of a sudden tipped over a threshold where I'm now making money again. Which is pretty fantastic, to be fully honest. The Zamzamites, even with recruiting Zamzamites and Rephite sages, which are not cheap, these sages will definitely keep my research up. You can see my research is already much higher than it was. As soon as I hit Conjuration 3... It's a question. The easy answer here would be to go down enchantment to 5. I will also want Thaumaturgy at least 1 pretty quickly. And going up to at least 2 for Mindburn would be nice. Alteration also for the Earth spells. Let's hit Conjuration 3, then we'll grab Thaumaturgy 1 with the rest of our research points this turn. And then finish going down enchantment to 5. That, I think, will be fine. We're going to kick the province defense up here to 11. See how few giants I get? It's almost sad. Let's actually kick it up to 16, I think. That will give me a little tiny bit of patrol strength, so a very small chance to catch scouts. And Eiphalon, next turn I can start building a giant palisades down here. We are going to have to make hard decisions about whether we want Adons or Zamzamites in the reasonably near future. Recruiting Emites might not be a bad idea either, but down here I really just want to be crapping out sages for that research. And Bone Tribe Beast Hunters would not go amiss either, because Bone Tribe Beast Hunters are pretty cool. So, yeah, I think we're doing alright. And look, these provinces even have nice scales. Look at here. Enemy Dominion in this province gives me magic and luck and growth. At the cost of sloth, admittedly, but that must be Eryu's scales from that imprisoned rainbow they took. Because I know it sure as hell ain't Mictlan's. Mictlan's scales include death. Ugh. They are... That's actually a little bit worrying, because that means they are not planning for the late game. But we'll deal with that as it comes. Keep building up the Anakites right here. We've got an Ulmish fortress here in the Misty Bog now. Ulm is kind of pushing back and settling. Ulm has more fortresses than I do, actually. I have 1 upgraded and 1 unupgraded. They've got 1 upgraded there and 2 unupgraded. So they have been building more forts than me. Admittedly, I'm going to get another fort soon enough here, but, you know, that's a different kind of thing. I would also like to get Enosh some of this gear that I have in my magic item bin that Ulm gave me. Like, giving him the helmet and the, like, if I gave Pud these items... What's his map move? 14. Okay, if I ditch the slaves, can Pud cross 2 provinces? He can. Okay, so let's get Pud up there to give Enosh his gear. Because Enosh definitely deserves gear. I mean, extraordinary agility, he's been leading my armies, doing a real good job. Eliakim wants to be like him when he grows up. Enosh has 35 kills. Yep, pretty good. If we look at the Hall of Fame, I think Enosh is the only member of my army there still. I will hopefully start pushing some of these people out as Eliakim gains some experience. And I'll recruit a couple more Anakites, a couple more Adons as time goes on to continue the tradition. But for right now, Azrael is going to go take this province. I really don't think Eryu can stop him. With this one guy on guard commander, I think he'll be perfectly safe. And, of course, he'll have the support of Eliakim in moving up through here, and we will put Eryu under siege as quickly as we can. And then things should be basically hunky-dory. And the Downshi cannot fight this. They just can't. They don't have a prayer. They might be able to kill Azrael if they're really, really lucky, and if they... Like, spamming Swarm is, I think, probably his best early game alternative, given that I have shock resistance, or just racing for Evocation 5, or Evocation 4, rather, to start throwing Thunder Strikes at me. He should honestly have Evocation 4 at this point, because his research is much less garbage than mine. So if he doesn't have Evocation 4, it's because he started researching other things, and hasn't been aiming for Evocation 4. Though, admittedly, as I said, he's been recruiting a lot of mages and sending them out to die, and a lot of them have died. So, like, there were 2 mages down here. I've killed, what was it, 5 or 6? So he can't have had all that many researching, to be fully honest. So, we'll see. He might not have Evocation 4 yet. And even then, with my Blessing Thunderstrikes, it would probably take 2 direct Thunderstrike hits at least to kill Azrael. It might take 3 if he was kind of lucky. Anakites, it would definitely take, like, 3, possibly 4, unless they got unlucky. So we'll see how that develops. But that was turn 17. I'll see you all in turn 18. Take care until then. Alright, Disciples of YouTube, turn 18. Got another Magic Owl Quill, and ooh, we found 2 magic sites in Vokan. We found the Mineral Cave and an Enchanted Tower, so now our Earth Gem income has doubled. Yay! Now, we finished the fort here. So we can now, or actually we finished the fort. Where did we finish the fort? We finished a fort. Yeah, we finished the fort in Vokan, so now we can pump out a mage every single turn. Excellent. Thar here is going to search for magic sites. Ooh, I can call my disciple back. You can see how often I've played disciple games, which is almost never. I didn't even remember that I could do that. Okay, there's Pegasus Riders there. Did I lose in Tesiphon? Did I lose in Tesiphon? I lost in Tesiphon. Let's view this battle. It looks like he anticipated that I would move here. He was ready for me. He was ready and waiting. I was lured into an elvish ambush. So, in the blue corner, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giant boys with 1 priest. In the red corner, we have, this is what, 60 or 70 units? Elite elves, Amazonian archers, random lion tribe, a witch doctor, and 1, 2, 3 of the She Lords, including one who has heroic precision. Good for him. Okay, so let's see how this goes down. I'm sure what happened was they managed to kill the Kohen, and then the Anakites routed, because they do not have the firepower to actually kill the Anakites here. Yeah, the Anakites are going in. I'm sure they came in on attack rear, and there were not enough bodyguards. I should have just put everybody on guard commander. Yep, here they go. Okay, so we killed 1, and then yeah, they got Azrael the Kohen, and so everybody routed. Except my 1 Berserker. So the 1 Berserker was actually killed by the Downshi. And this one poor Ahiman Anakite, he is doing his best. But he eventually goes down. Okay. Okay, fair enough. I'll accept it. My bad. I should have left everyone on guard commander. I really should have. If I'd done that, then when those Sea Lords jumped to the back, they would all have died. Instead, I only killed 1. Still, to be honest, killing 1 She Lord and 6 of his Sacreds, that's about 200 gold. That's 460 gold. I still lost here. I still came out negative, but only slightly. And hey, actually, one of my Anakites even retreated. So I got an Anakite back here in Scraw Point. You know what? I'll accept that. I'll take it. That's fine. In Witherland, I just wiped out Independence. In Ultima Delca, he bounced a scout off Ulm and lost. In Haloma, yeah, this is a minor story event. Haloma's just getting screwed up for no real reason. Sometimes it happens. Vanheim is not quite broken down yet. Let's give Zuriel this Owl Quill. I could have sworn I already had an Owl Quill. Oh, it's on Zaren. That's right. Actually, never mind. Don't give this guy. Don't give that to Zuriel. Zuriel, you don't get a quill. Barath gets a quill. There we go. So my gem income actually is fairly healthy. Turn 18. Remarkably healthy for a person who has done fucking no site searching whatsoever. What's that? 8, 11, 12, 14? Not too bad. Not too shabby. We'll get our next Zamzamite, and then we will recruit another Adon to lead our armies here. Beyond that, I actually have quite a bit of money right now. It's recruitment points that I'm a little low on. I'm still pumping out human slaves here. I'm going to stop that. We are going to move to pumping out giants. We could do Bashanites, or we could do Gileadites. And the only difference is 2 points of strength and 1 point of attack skill. The Bashanite has a sword. Or we could just do Gileadite archers, but they cost a lot more resources. How many Gileadites could I get here? 5. How many Bashanites could I get? 4. For the better attack and slightly better defense skill, let's go Bashanites, and then archers take 9 recruitment points and humans take 3. Let's also get some human slaves to mix in with them. So this isn't very dangerous for Ashdod to mix units like this because the giants are by far the majority of the hit points. Since Rephites have 40 hit points each, or approximately 40. It varies a little bit by unit, but Bashanites have 40. So every one of them is worth 4 human slaves in terms of hit points. So the human slaves dying is not going to trigger HP routes, and it's also not going to route the unit, because the Bashanites are quite high morale. The human slaves are garbage morale, and you don't actually have any taskmasters as Ashdod. So they are going to route, but they'll provide a couple turns worth of chaff, which is pretty much all you need. I could do Edomites instead, but they take 15 recruitment points because they're not slaves. I could do un-Edomite. And they still can't stand in squares with the, they can't stand in squares with the Bashanites. So human slaves are, I think, where it's at, because you can put 1 slave in each square with the Bashanite, and he'll absorb an attack or 2 or die, and then all the slaves will run away. But it will give the Bashanites an advantage for a couple of rounds at least. Thar here will keep searching. We'll keep researching. We're just heading straight up to Enchantment 5 because I am nothing if not predictable. Eliakim. Yeah, that little ambush with the Shi Lords is not going to work on Eliakim. Eliakim will rip Shi Lords apart if they attack him. So, let's move straight up into Aryu's territory with him. We've got all the besiegery going on here. To be honest, to win the siege, let me see. Let's go like that and put 2 of them. No, I just want 2 of them. Put 2 of them on guard commander. Then Enosh with 3 dudes can absolutely take provinces by himself. So I'm going to send Enosh off. Because what have we got? We've got 156 siege strength. We've got another 39 coming in. Enosh moving away will take with him about 15, about 20. That's fine. So we won't move him away there. He's the guy I should give the dual swords of sharpness to, because he's ambidextrous now. Anyway, we'll send him off to raid because he is so tough. And if like I said, if the Shihi Lords try to backseat assault him, backline attack him, he will murder them. What I am going to do, however, is put him right up in the middle, because that's where the province defense will spawn. And that's where this Anakite will spawn if Eru pushes. So I want him to be potentially, at least, I want him to have a chance of being hit by the blessing. This is where he's recruiting Amazons, it looks like. That is Marignan coming in with some Knights of the Chalice to take advantage of the destruction. And that's Pangaea up there. And Satis, of course, is big and huge. Satis is doing pretty well for themselves. They're bordering Bandar Log and Mictlan. And it looks like Bandar Log may actually be attacking Mictlan. I would love to build a giant palisades here, so let's cut out some cash money there to get a giant palisades. That leaves me 113 gold. Ooh, 2 gold short. No, I don't want a Sheshai. Give me an Ahiman. There we go. There we go. That's the way. We're sort of phasing the Sheshai out as we go. We're moving towards a primarily Ahiman Anakite-based society. Bal Esir, there is no use having you sitting around researching because your research is god-awful. So instead, let's have you moving around site-searching with Thar to get it done quicker. Zoriel, I could have you also moving around site-searching. Your research is 10. Yeah, you contribute less research than a random human sage. What a sad statement. Let's have you moving around site searching too. I would like to find some fire sites. My fire gem income is okay. What I really want is to boost death and earth income, definitely. I am going to actually send some more gems to Ulm. We're going to send Ulm some more earth gems. I mean, middle-aged Ulm already gets a whole bunch of earth gems, but by sending him more earth gems, he'll be able to spam out hammers quicker. And then let's also send air gems. I'll send him 8. I'd like to keep some gems just in case. It's not like I can do anything with them yet, but I don't know. I'd like to keep them. I just like having them, okay? Don't judge me, man. Don't get on my case. I don't even have any air magic. I have literally 0 air magic because I'm Ashdod. So it's not like I can do anything with them, but I'm going to keep some of them because I am jealous and greedy. And with that, not much else is happening this turn. Getting our Adons moving into Eru-ish territory. Getting our Siege of Vanheim proceeding. 1 or 2 more turns and we'll bust in. And it'll just be the Anakite rush. And he can't have enough in this fortress to stop it. He just can't. If he manages to stop me, I will be incredibly impressed. I will be impressed. I will give props. We'll be best friends. I won't say I'll stop killing him because I won't. I will continue to kill him and take all of his things. But I'll be impressed by it. So in any case, that I think is going to be the turn. We have officially lost an expansion party. I mean, that happened before. I had another commander get elfed earlier. But even so, I mean, this is just the power of these guys. Even losing, I still killed an expensive capital-only mage. And 6 expensive capital-only sacreds. Well, they're not terribly expensive. 6 capital-only sacreds, anyway. Yeah. That went pretty dang well, to be honest. Like, for a defeat. As defeats go, that was not a terrible defeat. Because my losses were 1 turn of capital recruitment and a random schmuck priest. And his losses were, well, also about a turn of capital recruitment, to be honest. So, honors, fairly even. But that's going to be it. I will see you all in turn 19. How's Ulm doing over here? Didn't see any battles, except Ultima Delca. Looks like Ulm is gathering up another big army, and he's just following the plan of just chucking big armies in a direction over and over. Just keeping the pressure on, which I appreciate. and pretty soon my Anakites will come in and take the pressure off of him. And I will take Airyu. At some point later, I may actually transfer Airyu to Ulm. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That would give us both 2 capitals. I'll think about it. For right now, I'm definitely going to take all 3 of these and put them to good use. Mainly spamming out mages. Because I desperately need to gear up the research situation. My research is still junk. It just turned 18, and I am researching at 77 points per month. Ooh, that's not good. But with the sages, it'll be going up more quickly. And with mage recruitment out of here, it'll be going up more quickly. And once I take Vanheim, there'll be mage recruitment out of there, and so it will go up more quickly yet. I'm also going to build a temple here, just so I can keep spreading that dom. Not that I really want to spread my dominion, to be honest, but I need to avoid being dom killed. Plus, temples are necessary to recruit. Actually, temples are not necessary to recruit, because it's only Emites and Sages that I can recruit outside my capital. That's right. God, it's been a long time since I've played Ashdod. Yeah. Yeah, Rephite Sages are the way to go, with Emites mixed in now and then. So, yeah, never mind. I won't even bother to build temples out here. I'll just start cramming out Rephite Sages as fast as I can, mix in a few Emites here and there, and we will be good to go. So, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in turn 19.